Welcome to the first round of the 2013 FIA European Drag Racing Championship. Santopod Raceway, beautiful weather, great racetrack. It's going to be awesome.
Well, indeed it is, Darryl. We've got the cream of European drag racing gathered here for what is going to be a stunning weekend's racing. Big crowds, Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, and superb weather. But the big talking point this weekend, the new racing surface. Potentially European records being set at this event. First class out on track, it's FIA Pro Modified, and this was your number one qualifier, Mark Behuizen. And talking of record pace, he ran a 5.91 in qualifying. Just goes to show what this track is going to be like in the future when more rubber is laid. A 6.30 was the win, but what happened to Jean Delemont? Well, let's look at this one in slow motion, then boom! That's a big nitrous explosion there, parts of carbon fibre and fiberglass going up into the air, and our start line crew take cover as it floats its way back down to track. And yes, that's the hood scoop. Exciting round one action there in Pro Modified, but we progress now to the semi-finals. And the first pairing you're going to see is David Vector, who put away the number one qualifier Mark Behuizen in the previous round, alongside Bruno Barda. And here it is, the stunning Gotham City vet, Bruno all the way from Switzerland, Mr. Consistency. Good long smoky burn out there. Needs to do this to put heat into the tyres. And here's alongside David Vector, another one of the MPM Oils cars. And he put away his teammate in the previous round. What can he do here then? Here we go then, the first semi-final. Pretty much neck and neck, looks like Bruno slightly ahead, but here comes David charging at the top end. Oh, so close. 6.09, David Vector takes the win. Oh, he's made it through to the final. He's going to be absolutely delighted. Second semi-final then. From Sweden, the defending champion, Mickey Gilchrist. And he's alongside from Germany in the Avenger. That's Norbert Kuno. Now Norbert's really got to try something this weekend. He's really got to get off the line quick to stand a chance of beating Mickey. Oh, he's got a good leave. But Mickey piling on the power at the top end. He takes the win. Oh, cracking run there. Norbert tried everything he could off the start line, but it's Mickey through to the final.
Mickey, not a bad weekend at all. You're in the 5.9s again during qualifying, and that's your first 5.9 here at Santopod as well.
Yeah, I mean, they relayed the whole track surface, and we're ready to do some fast runs on it. That's why, and there still needs some more rubber on the track, but I think it's really good for being so fresh.
And you're making consistent runs as well. You made a couple of 5.9s, a couple of 6.0s as well. This year's championship going to be really tough as well, especially with Mark Mayhausen joining you in the 5.9s as well.
Sure, yeah. This season will be very competitive in all ways, and I'm sure we have to really focus and really keep going faster and faster, and that's what we like. So,
what are you going to do to keep that number one? Is that what you do? Just keep trying, never give up?
Yeah, we just need to keep try harder and try to stay a bit ahead of the rest of the guys. It's going to be tough, but we're up to it.
So our final then, David Vector's been getting quicker all weekend. Best run so far this weekend, a 6.09. But Mickey's posted a 5-second run in qualifying. This is going to be some race. Burnouts then to get the tyres hot and sticky. But who's going to be able to get all that power down the best and get to that top end first? The event title up for grabs. Who's it going to be then? Mickey Gilchrist representing Sweden. The defending European champion up against David Vector, would surely like to get his first event win here. Just adjusting the cars, spraying de-icer into the bug catcher there, that stops it from freezing. So when they hit the loud pedal, they open up and all of that power goes through the engine, through the tyres and onto the track. Here they go, green lights for both of them, no jump starts, that's good, it's a race to the finish. David really trying so hard, it's going to be close. Oh, it's Mickey, another 5-second run.
Michael, what a great win, a great final, and points lead already in the season. Everyone's going to have a tough job catching you up now, I think.
Yeah, we got a bit lucky today. We had some problems during the day. hurt the clutch a bit at some run, and then we tried to fix it and couldn't really do it really well. And in the end here, I think we got back to something that looked right, so we're happy about it.
Yeah, and you've got 2 out of 2 now. You won the European finals, you won this. How tough is this season going to be in Pro Modified? Because guys like David Vector coming through, you beat him at the finals again last year as well, but it just gets more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, guys like Vector and his team, they're really consistent guys, and they run decent every run, and that's what makes them be here 2 finals in a row. But I think there's a lot of really fast guys that will probably be a potential problem for us later this season.
New track we laid in the winter months, put a lot of thought into it. We did a lot of test patches, found the material we finally wanted to use. Different to the asphalt I had before. Probably laid it at the wrong time of the year. It was a pretty scary time to lay the track. It's different in its texture. It takes rubber much easier, which is quite important for drag racing. Almost a softer type compound in simple terms. And I knew it was going to come good, and it took rubber, but it's gone beyond the expectations so far this weekend. We've got 2 European records in different classes, and the fuel cars are just beginning to really dial into it now. So we really found yesterday they were getting tyre shake. You saw the huge tyre shakes in there. That is caused by them underestimating the track. In other words, they weren't probably putting all the power to the track they could have done. They've started to do that this morning in eliminations, and the results are, you've seen some real good races already.
Next class up then, it's Top Methanol Dragster, and we're straight into the finals. Paul Inge Utjen from Norway up against the rookie from England, that's Tethys. Well, into the burnouts they go. Here comes Tethys, but perhaps no burnout for Tethys this time round. He's having a dream weekend so far. This is Paul Inge, all the way from Norway. Two totally different engine combinations here. You've got the supercharged methanol burning machine there of Paul Inge, and you've got the injected nitromethane powered car of Tethys. Now a dream weekend indeed for Tethys, 5.52, his best so far. But Paul Inge, extremely quick off the line. He's the experienced one, up against the rookie. In that European record holding car driven by Dave Wilson, but it's Tethys behind the wheel this weekend. Oh, it's another green light drag race. Looks like Paul Inge's stretching this one out, but oh, the power of Tethys. Oh, he takes the win in his first ever race weekend.
Tethys, well, a debut weekend and a winning weekend as well. Couldn't really get much better.
No, it's fantastic. I came into this weekend not really expecting much other than to get a bit of seat time and get some experience in the car. And it's just, everything's gone right.
Well, everything going so well for Tethys, but the same wasn't true for Graham Dance in Super Street Bike. Here he is in the near lane up against Dave Smith in round 1 of eliminations, and the bike coming out from underneath him. Well, there he goes. He gets up to his feet. He's okay. Has chance to wave to the crowd. He'll be back soon. Quarterfinals then in the FIM European Super Street Bike Series. Number 1 qualifier was Dave Holland, and he's made it through, as did number 2 and 3 qualifiers, the Venn Racing stablemates of Steve Venables and Graham Bouchin. Well, here is Dave Holland then. 206 miles an hour he's run so far at this event. Up against Pete Field, and oh, he storms away to victory. Over 200 miles an hour once again. He's going to be so difficult to beat this weekend. Next pairing then, Gary Bowe against Dave Smith. Oh, and Dave Smith goes red in the far lane. So it's Gary Bowe, an easy race into the semis. He still gives it plenty though. 771 at 177 miles an hour. Next pairing then, that's Steve Venables closest to us. And it's Daniel Donalenks all the way from Hungary in the far lane. But it's Ven who opens the taps up as wide as it can, and he powers it all the way through. He's into the semi-finals. Good hard charging run there for Ven. 736 at 192 miles an hour. Next match up then, Graham Bouchin in the far lane, Danny Cockrell nearest to us. Well, we see one of the Venn racing machines go through. Will we see the second one? Oh, pretty close off the start line. Oh, it's wheelies all the way for Danny. And that allows Graham Bouchin to pull away. So, Graham into the semis. So, semi-finals saw Dave Holland and Graham Bouchin emerging victorious, setting up what I think is going to be one heck of a final here in Super Street Bike. Don't forget, folks, it's a treaded tyre, no wheelie bars, tons of power. Nearest to us then, number one qualifier, that's going to be Dave Holland. And there he is, that's Graham Bouchin setting himself up for the run. This for the big trophy. And there they go, and it's Dave Holland out in the lead. Are we going to see him top 200 miles an hour once again? Oh, 206.05. That is a new European record speed, 721 ET. Not too bad at all. Great weekend for Dave Holland. Well, not only has he taken the event win, he set a new European record with speed at 206 miles an hour. And don't forget, he set the ET record as well at 7.19.
Dave, just a dream weekend, European records, your first win as well. Could it get any better?
No, absolute fairy tale, front to back. But what it is, it's a just reward for all the work that everyone's put in and for what I put in and for where we were down the bottom last year, struggling. Now we're back with it and so happy for everybody involved.
Join us after the break for more FIA European drag racing action from Santa Pod Raceway. Welcome back to the main event here at Santa Pod Raceway for more FIA European drag racing action. Next class up then, it's Top Methanol Funny Car, and we're straight into the semi-finals. Number one qualifier, Leif Andreasen, will be taking on the UK's Rob Turner. But first up, it's this pair. It's Adam Flamholt alongside Johan Lindberg. Now, Adam being very, very busy doing a lot of racing in the States as well as in Europe. And this is Johan Lindberg, his first weekend in the car. Now, he eliminated his brother Johnny in round one. Can he do the same here to Adam in round two? Well, it's a good launch for both of them. Oh, problems for Adam. And it's Johan who's going to make it through to the final. He only drove this car for the first time a couple of days ago, but he's made it straight into the final. Second semi-final then. Well, burnout completed there for Leif Andreasen. He's been working like a madman all weekend. That body only arriving at the track a couple of days before the event. But unfortunately, no sign of Rob Turner, so it's a solo for Leif Andreasen. A hard launch, but takes it easy, so he can have as much preparation time for the final as possible.
Two brothers racing in Top Methanol Funny Car. Johnny, you tune both cars, you drive one of them, but you came up on the losing end this morning, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it was up against my brother, so it was good. And the second run with a brand new car that we struggled to get ready ran a 5.62. So I'm really satisfied.
So you had the best seat in the house to watch your brother run really quickly, but you had a good weekend as well. You ran very quick and very fast as well.
Yeah, I just need to work on the consistency.
You did beat your brother in round one. Did you have any worries before that round of eliminations? Because your car, you hadn't been further really than half track in your new car.
Yeah, the team has worked very good with the new car and everything. And of course, it's a new car and a new class for me and everything. So yeah, it's hard to learn something new. But if as I said, the team has done a very good job with everything. So the car went so good. So
it certainly looked like it. What's the difference between driving the Pro Mod car and the funny car? Is the funny car feel that much faster? It's not that much faster, but does it feel much faster?
Yeah, it feels much faster, and you have to be angry to drive a funny car.
Well, we just heard from the man himself there. That's Johan Lindberg, brand new car, and he's going to be taking on our number one qualifier, Leif Andreasen, in an all-Swedish final. And here he is then, Johan Lindberg. And there's his opponent then, Leif Andreasen. Well, one thing is for sure, the title is going to go to Sweden. But is it going to be going back with the Lindbergs? Or is it going to be Leif Andreasen opening his account with an event win here at the main event? Burnout's completed, reversing back into their sticky tyre marks. So it gives them the perfect launch for the run. Well, what they'll do now is they'll open the escape hatch on the roof of the car just to allow the tyre smoke to get out. Otherwise, the drivers will not be able to see where they're going when they go for the run itself. So you literally batten down the hatches, bring the cars up to the start line then. Your final in Top Methanol Funny Car. In the far lane, it's Johan Lindberg. The near lane, it's Leif Andreasen. On performance, it's going to be Leif, but this is where we do the race. And they're off. Oh, it's a great hard charging run there for Leif. Oh, Johan getting very close to the centre line, so he backs out of it. It's Leif all the way. 5.71 at 254 miles an hour takes the event win. Well, we certainly need to take another look at it, this time from the camera at the top end. Lights go green. Oh, Johan gets so close to the centre line. He has to back out of it, otherwise he'll disqualify himself.
Leif, number one qualifier, low ET of the weekend, and the win again. Looks like you're on the way to the championship again, hopefully.
Oh, that's what we're trying to repeat what we did last year. We would like to, of course, run in the 540s, and we tried it, but at the finals, I lost the tach meters. I had to guess with the starting RPM and the shifting light as well was gone. So, but 571 in the final, as long as you're winning it, make you happy. But still, I want the 40s.
FIA Pro Stock car then, and it's an all-Swedish affair, the class this weekend. Jimmy Orland will be getting a bye, and it'll be Thomas Lindström against Michael Malmgren. Well, here he is, the youngster himself, Thomas. Oh, great smoky burnout, and the crowd appreciating that one. And he's up against Michael Malmgren. Nearest to us then, it is Thomas, the European champion, and he's got a good launch here against Michael. Oh, this is very close to the top end. Oh, it's just Thomas. Well, he had to try everything there. Michael was out of the traps first, but it's Thomas who takes the win and goes into the final. Well, can he repeat a championship from last year? But he's got a tough nut to crack. Next up then, it's going to be Jimmy Orland. Here he is. And by being number one qualifier, and don't forget, he has set European records here this weekend. 211 miles an hour, 6.56 seconds. Now, what's he going to do? Is he just going to launch, or is it going to be a full ball run for lane choice in the final? Well, it's a good... No, he's done the launch. Well, he's saving the car, not so much repair work or servicing to be done before the final. So that sets up the monster matchup then. The number one and number two qualifiers, Jimmy Orland alongside Thomas Lindström. Both drivers so determined to take the event win, but more importantly to these two, it's pride, it's the intense rivalry between the two drivers. Burnout time then. Good, hot, sticky rubber is what these cars like to launch on. So they like to lay parallel lines which they can launch on. Gives them the best chance to get the best grip, to get up to that top end and beat the opponent. So this is going to be so close. Both of these cars capable of running super quick numbers. We've already seen European record pace from Jimmy. But don't forget, his last run was just a launch. Thomas with a bit more data. Cars up to the line. Oh, it's a great launch for both of them. Good reaction times there for Jimmy. He's out in front. Thomas trying to catch. I think he's coming up short. He has. It's Jimmy. He takes it on a whole shot. Look at the reaction time. A 0.04 off the line.
Well, Jim, you said that the European finals last year was the start of this year, and obviously this is just the next step, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend was awesome. We were a little bit inconsistent in some runs. Our opponent in the final, Thomas, they did some great runs, and we didn't all the time, but we were fast when we got down the track, and we set new European records and everything, so.
Running outside FIA competition, but way too exciting not to show, it's Nitro time with the European Funny Car Series. We join them at the semi-final stage. First up then, this is John Spuffard with the Showtime Mustang. And he's matched up against Jason Phelps with his Mustang, backed by Marshall amplification. And this series certainly reigniting all of the fans of these short wheelbase nitro burning monsters. This series taking Europe by storm. Okay, and it's Spuff into a great lead here. Ah, yes, it is. John Spuffard all the way. Jason actually crossing the centre line towards the finishing line, so we had to back out of it. It's John Spuffard through to the final. Right, the second semi-final then. Here he is. It's Leif Hallander from Sweden. And he races that man there. It's Gordy Smith with the second of the Shockwave entries here at Santa Pod for the main event. Well, they push the car to the line, don't want to put too much use on the clutch, so it's all good for the race itself. Here they go. Oh, it's pretty neck and neck. Oh, Gordy gets a little bit out of shape. It's going to be Leif Hallander through to the final. So the matchup then, Leif Hallander from Sweden against John Spuffard from the UK. And there's your ladder. Leif Hallander gets past Gordy Smith. Jason Phelps falls by the wayside. So can John Spuffard take it for England? Or is the title going to Sweden? It's final time. But first of all, the customary burnout. That's crew chief Bob Jarrett giving John the indication to go for the burnout. So a great matchup between these two fine exponents of the art of fuel funny car racing. Been doing it for many, many years. And this race then for the event win. Leif Hallander nearest to us. John Spuffard in the far lane. Cars coming up to the line. Don't forget these 8,000 horsepower nitro breathing monsters. Off they go. Oh, it's pretty neck and neck. Super, super close race. Who's got this one? Oh, it's Leif Hallander taking the win. Oh, and he takes it on a hole shot.
Leif, that looked like a great race from the outside. What did it look like in the car?
It looks like that. I didn't see him. Just when I put the chutes out, I see him first. So I think maybe that was okay. So, and I know that I cut the lights good. So I had hope, but it was okay.
Our final class to bring you then, it's FIA Top Fuel Dragster, and we're picking things up in the semi-final. First pairing then, Anita Michaela from Finland up against the number one qualifier, Thomas Lators from Norway. Well, here is Thomas. Burnout's going through here, just getting those tyres hot once again. Now Top Fuel Dragsters, kings of the sport. Same engines as the Nitro Funny cars that you just saw, but in a long stretch wheelbase. And don't forget, folks, it's only 1,000 feet for these missiles. Oh, Thomas loses traction, and it's going to be Anita who takes the win. She was off the throttle at the top end, but a 434 sees her through to the final. Well, that's one Finn through to the final. Will it be 2 out of 2? As the youngster himself, this is Antti Horto against that man in the eye of the storm. That's Stig Niergaard. So Antti in the far lane. There is Stig. It's a green light drag race once again. Oh, pretty good, but it's Antti just hazing the tyres, but he takes the win. Oh, an incredible matchup that sets for the final then. It's an all-finish affair. It's going to be Anita Michaela against Antti Horto for the event win and, of course, the lead in the European Championship. So then, the final of FIA Top Fuel Dragster. Antti Horto then in the Runefield Motorsports car. He's nearest to it, just completing his burnout. Alongside the chicken farmers. Yes, that's Anita Michaela. Her and husband Tommy run a very, very successful chicken farm. And what do they do with the money they make? They spend it all on Top Fuel Dragsters. So burnout's completed, bringing the cars back to the line. The crew chief stands out in front, guiding the car back. Burnout completed, wiping the tyres of any debris. They want those in the best condition possible going forward. Bringing the cars up to the line. What we call fuel to the high side. The second Magneto goes on. Cars in pre-stage, now in stage. Green light drag race. Oh, Antti away like a rocket from the start line. It's Antti all the way. 4:15, his quickest run of the weekend. He takes the event win. Don't forget, that was 0 to 272 miles an hour in 4.15 seconds. These cars are incredibly quick. Header flames all the way. That is one very happy young man.
Antti, a wonderful weekend. Your first win after so much hard trying in Top Fuel.
Yeah, this is for my 4th time in Top Fuel final and my first win. This is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, and you've got the points lead as well. That must be pretty good too.
Yeah, that's a very good start for the season.
We're all done with the racing here for the first round of the FIA Championship here at Santopod Raceway. It's been a great weekend with loads of sunshine, big crowds and some great racing. We hope it carries on like that for the rest of the year.